Hi, my name is Paul Tranny. I'm a developer evangelist for Adobe, and I want to show you how you can go ahead and use cascading style sheets, CSS, that you might be using on other HTML pages in your site or with other content, and actually apply that CSS style sheet to TLF text in Flash Professional. Very powerful, gives me this sort of synced look, so we have a cohesive look with your site or whatever project you have. But let's take a look at where this is at now, because currently what I have going on in this project is I have this TLF text field. It's called copy txt, and there's really just one line of code in here. So if I open up my actions panel, you can see it sets this HTML text to this text right in here. So this is the text that I want to go ahead and style with by adding various tags and of course adding my style sheet. But in order to add my style sheet, what you can do is you can actually use your code snippets panel, and you can go ahead and load in an external text file is basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to start with this code snippet. It's basically a starting point. So load external text is what I want to do to load in this CSS style sheet. I'll click insert, and it adds that code right in here. Of course, gives me instructions. I don't need those, so I'll get rid of that. But starting at the top, it's going to go ahead and load in this txt file, which I'm going to change to my style CSS right here. So style.css is what I'm going to go ahead and load in. So I'll just copy that name, jump into Flash, and drop that right in there, just like that. All right, so that file is going to get loaded up, and on the completion of that load, I'm going to go ahead and, of course, apply it to this HTML text here. So let me just paste that inside of that complete handler, just like that. But really, I need to tell Flash that this is a style sheet. Okay, so that's really my next step. So within this function, I'm going to create a new variable just called CSS, and it is going to be a style sheet. Type in style sheet. As soon as I get that code hinting, of course, I can select that word style sheet. Moving on along, new style sheet. Just like that, that loads in or instantiates a new variable called CSS. So for this new CSS variable, I want to parse it. And this is where I actually want to go ahead and get the data from this style sheet. So I want to get all of the content of this CSS. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to take this Flash text URL request _3, yours might say 1 or 2, doesn't matter. Just copy that, paste it in there, and again I want to get the data for it, so I'm just going to do a .data. It's going to get all the content of that style sheet. Next I need to go ahead and apply it to this TLF text field. So I'll copy this here, paste it above, and from there I can say style sheet. It should turn a different color, and again apply that new variable that I just created and apply it to that TLF text field. So it went ahead and it's going to go ahead and pull in that CSS style sheet. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply it to this specific text within my content area in here. So let's go ahead and take a look at that style sheet. So I'm just going to open it up in Dreamweaver. Here it is, and this is pretty straightforward. There's a heading 1, heading 2, paragraph, colored text class, and then I have this highlight down here as well that I want to use. So I'm changing the font, the color, the font size, and pretty much any CSS property that I want to apply I can put within this CSS style sheet. I haven't found anything that I've had any issues with, but overall I can just go ahead and add that property into my style sheet. And if I want to use H1, for instance, it's just a matter of going into Flash. And if I want to apply it to this first line, you guessed it, H1, just like that. And I can go ahead and apply it. All right, next up, right down here, say for instance, if I want to apply paragraph text, just add in the paragraph tag, the opening and the closing tag right down there as well, and it will apply that font size. and that font to that text. Next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use that, that class, so span class. This is actually called colored text, so I'll just put that in single quotes. Colored text, just like that. And then I need to make sure I close that tag, span right there, / span. And lastly, again, if I jump over to the style sheet, I'll use this highlight as well. So I'll just copy that word, and back in Flash, I can go ahead and apply it. Let's apply it right here. Highlight, open it, and make sure I close it right there as well. Just like that. All right, so I went ahead and used most of those tags that are being styled with various CSS properties in my style sheet using the heading, paragraph, colored text, and then the highlight. All right, I'd say everything looks pretty darn good, so I'm just going to go ahead and save this file and we will run it. So you can Command Enter, it runs, and it does say that there is actually one error. So let's take a look at that. And I need to go ahead and change this to make sure it's the loader. So URL request actually should be the loader and not the request for the loader. Okay, so again, because that's what that refers to, is what's being loaded in. So let's run this really fast. Now that that's changed, you can see that it's applied the heading 1. It's changed this text right here, as well as the highlight text. You can see it actually has highlighted that text with that background being a little yellow, and then the text being blue as well. And this is great because I can go ahead and use the same style sheet for HTML content as well as in Flash, and I have that consistent look. But it's also nice that I can go ahead and use some of the capabilities of Flash to do even more with this content. So I just uncommented some action script, and you can see that that text actually moves based on the position of my mouse. And again, this is all being styled using that style sheet. So hopefully this helps you use style sheets in Flash Pro. It's very flexible, very powerful, and obviously we see this union of HTML and CSS content with Flash. So hopefully this was really helpful to you. I encourage you to go out and try it on your own, and thanks for watching.